Hey there. I'm in my third week of Arabic right now, and I promise to be more diligent about updating. It's been really busy, really hectic, really overwhelming, but it's been a really important experience for me so far, so I promise to share more of it. Today, I wanted to share a little bit about the 4th of July. It's given me a really good opportunity to think about why I'm studying Arabic, and the reason is I've had 3 4ths of July since I first visited Palestine, and all three of those Independence Days have involved some kind of panic attack. And today, I didn't think it would be the same, but it was. I woke up and immediately heard some of the explosions and celebrations and stuff, and all three of those years they've reminded me of Israeli soldiers training or shooting tear gas or rubber-coated bullets in the West Bank. And so the first 4th of July, I freaked out because it sounded to me like tear gas being fired, and I just had this flashback. And so I just started crying. I just burst into tears, and I couldn't figure it out. And then I realized what it was, because that had never happened to me before. The second year, I had just come back from living in the West Bank, where I lived in a village between military camps. And so I'd often fall asleep to the sound of gunfire. And sometimes the soldiers would come into the village, sometimes there would be explosions around the village. We could never really tell what would happen day to day, and so those sounds were really anxiety-inducing to me and to the people who lived in the village. And so I came out of that experience very sensitive to kind of signs of the military, very sensitive to jeeps, and to sounds like we're hearing now of fireworks and things like that. So this year it was the same, and I wasn't able to make it to class today because I was so anxious and nervous and panicked, and I went to explain to my teacher the reason, and I just started crying right there about an hour ago. I was so embarrassed and mortified, and I didn't know who I could talk to. The funny thing is, if there's anyone who could understand that experience, it would be someone in this program, because there's a lot of people who have been to the Middle East or from the Middle East and can really relate to that, but I can't articulate it well enough in Arabic, which is another reason why I have to buckle down and study in the next 5 weeks. But it also made me assess, why I'm here and why I'm doing this, is that I'm always reminded of the children that I met in Palestine, and we're always reading about drone strikes and the occupation in Afghanistan and Iraq and Palestine. Those weapons are all U.S. made, and so it makes me feel really ashamed when I hear people celebrating our independence, and we're actively inhibiting other people's independence and safety and security and dignity. So it's really hard for me on this day, especially. I'm not anti-fireworks. I have trouble with this display of nationalism while it invokes all these memories. And so it made me realize one of the reasons that I'm studying Arabic is because I think that if more Americans understand Arabic language, Arabic culture, that there will be less children in the future that hear these noises in a frightening way, that hear American-made bombs going off, American-made bullets being fired, that if more Americans understand the other side, that we'll have a better future, that those children will have a better future, free from fear. So that's what I wanted to say today. The rest of my posts will be in Arabic about the program, so please stay tuned. And again, forgive my lack of updates. I'll really be on this because the last 3 weeks have been seriously amazing. This place is awesome, and I'll explain more of that in English at the end of it. So thank you everyone who's been supportive of me, and have a good night, and I'll see you next time.